How many times have we heard, love yourself, respect yourself? We've seen it everywhere, from self-help books to Instagram motivational posts. But what does this really mean? Is it as simple as looking in the mirror and giving yourself a little salute? No. Real self-respect runs much deeper than that. It's about aligning your actions with your purpose and staying consistent, even when the odds aren't in your favor. Today, I'm going to show you how Atomic Habits by James Clear allowed me to truly respect myself through purpose-driven actions. Let's get into it. Let's rewind and take you back to a time where I felt like I was completely stuck. I had big goals, but I wasn't achieving them. I tried all sort of routines, morning routines, gym routines, whatever it may be. And sure, they'd feel very good for the first week, but I'd stop them. I'd stop them because I thought I was respecting myself by being kind. I thought me being kind to myself was me not pushing myself too hard. On a side note, David Goggins will not be impressed.
These motherfuckers just play out bitches. That's all they are is bitches.
But deep down, I knew I wasn't living up to my potential. I think the best memory I have of this was on my birthday, where it was about 2 a.m. and I was with my brother, just driving around. And I was just thinking, I was just speaking to him and I was like, bro, I haven't got to where I want to. I was just thinking about as to why I wasn't getting anywhere with what I was doing. Then I came across Atomic Habits and it flipped the script for me. Purpose, habits, self-respect. It all started to make sense to me. But before I speak to you about these habits, what we first need to make sure that we understand is purpose. Purpose is just something that you're focusing on right now. For example, if you're a content creator, your purpose now might just be to hone your craft, to get as best as you can in writing, in recording, in editing, whatever it may be. If you're in school, your purpose might just be to get the best grades possible and finish school. Whatever it may be, just don't overcomplicate it. For me, my purpose became clear when I realized that I wanted to start saving money so I could be investing in my business. I wanted to start hitting the gym more. I wanted to start boxing more so I could get a better physique and feel more healthier. I started putting money aside when I got paid. I started creating workout routines that I actually enjoyed, not some random PDF on the internet. And little by little, I started to respect myself for the way I was showing up in my life, for the way I was being determined to achieve these goals. This links directly to the Kaizen framework, a Japanese philosophy of continuous improvement through small incremental changes. I first heard about this in business class, which I actually enjoyed, compared to learning about how the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell or some shit like that, man. So in business class, we learned how Toyota revolutionized its processes, regardless if it was manufacturing, management, and they did this through small incremental changes. And over time, there was continuous improvement. What hit me the most about Toyota's use of Kaizen is they didn't care about overnight success. What they wanted was those small incremental changes that lead to meaningful results over time. That's when it clicked for me. Kaizen, it isn't just for businesses, it's also for our self-improvement journey as well. So like Toyota, stop trying to randomly get this overnight success. Small, continuous changes is what we need to do, because small, continuous improvements will compound over time, as long as they're aligned with your purpose. With this in mind, I started reinforcing my self-respect through self-reflection at the end of each week. And I look back at my habits just to see, okay, how many of my habits have I completed this week? Have I completed the habits that I intended to? I would then give myself a score from 1 to 5. 1 being not showing up to any of the habits at all. 5 being showing up to all of them perfectly, flawlessly, nuclear type shit. To take this a step further, I'd recommend doing this with someone just so you can keep yourself accountable. And accountability is a little bit fun because let's just say your friend hasn't hit their habit, you can absolutely roast them for not hitting the habits, which makes accountability a little bit more fun than a show. By reflecting and looking back, I could clearly see what was working and what wasn't working. But the real power of this exercise isn't practical. It's the fact that it reinforced that belief of self-respect. It reinforced that belief of me being proud of myself whenever I look back. When I look back at the week and saw the progress and just seeing that I showed up even when the odds weren't in my favor, it made me proud, and this started to make me respect myself. When I started respecting myself, people noticed. They started to treat me differently, and honestly, I understand why. I started to show up for myself. I started to pursue my goals and my purpose, and soon enough, results started to come in. People started respecting me more. Not because, oh, I'm working on my purpose, I'm more superior than you, no. Because of the way I was carrying myself, because of how focused I was, because of the sacrifices I was making that they weren't willing to. But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Some people won't like it. Some people will hate it. Because when you start prioritizing yourself and your goals, you'll naturally just reduce or even stop doing the things that they expect from you. Whatever it may be, like going out drinking, hopping on Discord, wasting time on distractions that really don't serve your purpose. They'll tell you, you've changed. you don't have time anymore. And they'll really try to guilt trip you. And honestly, with people like this, is it really that bad that they don't like you? Is it really that bad that they hate you? Because what value are they providing by being in your life? The only value that they are providing is negative, because they're not really looking out for the best for you, are they? They don't really want you to prioritize your goals, your success. They don't really want you to delay gratification. When they guilt trip you and say you've changed, sure, okay, cool, yeah, I've changed. I've chosen a different path, a path that gives me more fulfillment, more enjoyment, and overall is just much better for me. Because every time I say no to these distractions, I'm saying yes towards my purpose. I'm saying yes towards respecting myself. And the truth is, when you respect yourself, some people will admire it, some people will hate it. I don't blame you. Our minds have been wired this way, but in order to achieve true self-respect, we have to rewire our brain as to not indulging in instant gratification, rather indulging in delayed gratification, showing up when you don't feel like it, staying consistent even when the results aren't immediate. Here's where most people get it wrong about self-respect. We want it to come easy. We want it to be instant. We want it to be just like searching up anything on our phone. Instant. And the pleasure and the dopamine that arises from pretty much anything from our phone. Instant. I get it. It's not easy, and it's not going to be easy. You're busy. You're chaotic. You're trying to balance multiple things when you already have enough on your plate. I've been there. There were nights I question whether what I'm doing is even worth it. It's frustrating not seeing results immediately, because that's the way how my brain at least was wired, seeing results instantly. But here's what I learned. The process is the progress. When your habits are tied to a purpose, every step you take feels meaningful. And it should be, because it is meaningful. And as you keep showing up, you start respecting yourself more. You build this confidence snowball and start to become more confident in yourself as well. That's how you build self-respect, knowing that you've completed the tasks and the habits that you set out for yourself. Regardless if you don't feel like it. Regardless, even if the odds weren't working in your favor, you still did them. James Clear speaks about habit stacking in his book, Atomic Habits. This is when you pair new habits with existing habits. For example, if you were to become healthier, why not stack a 10-minute workout routine straight after you brush your teeth every single day? Each small action aligned with your purpose builds momentum. And as that momentum grows, so does your self-respect. Not just because of the goals that you've hit, but because you stayed consistent, even when it was tough. Now, imagine it's a year from now. You stayed consistent with your goals. You've stayed consistent with your habits, and they're aligned to a purpose that matters to you. You've saved money, you've invested, you're healthier, you're more attractive, you're more confident, and most importantly, you've started to respect yourself, find love for yourself that you would have never thought was possible. You respect yourself because you've proven to yourself that you can show up, that you can stay committed, and that you can take action towards something that's meaningful every single day. So, what's one habit that you can start today? What is one purpose-driven action that aligns with the life that you want, with the purpose that you want? Even if it's just a small step, it will compound over time. Let me know in the comments below what it is. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, connect to the channel by subscribing, liking, commenting. All of that good stuff is a win-win situation for the both of us. It's 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭, but you can call me 𝐾𝐨𝐬𝐫𝐽. And remember, your decisions today will define your tomorrow. Catch you in the next one.